Inside a silent tear, I have a silent dream that sometimes sails across the patterns of my mind. For silence followed me, and dreams just disappear. And then I find myself inside a silent tear. When I was 5 years old, my mother was frightened and angered by something that I did, and she screamed, "What's wrong with you?" For me, that was a catastrophic moment, because until then, I had never thought that anything was wrong with me. But growing up as an African-American child, I had many experiences that helped to solidify the idea that I was flawed. I acted on that idea for the next 50 years. For 40 of those 50 years, I was a heroin addict. I was in and out of prison 4 times for drug-related offenses and parole violations. In 1966, the last time I was there, I read in the San Quentin News that the warden's wife was going on a luxury cruise with their children. I was awakened in the middle of the night with the realization that my addiction supported a system that punished me and other addicts to no avail or rational purpose. And more, my child was growing up without a father. I decided then and there that I would not come back to prison again and that I would help other people to stay out. It was only good fortune that kept me from going back to prison, because I kept using heroin for the next 20 years. During that time, I was in and out of many drug treatment programs. I thought I had to be crazy, so I committed myself to mental health institutions for 72-hour evaluations. There were times when I was homeless. I had no money to waste on food or lodging. But I was also employed for much of that time, doing interesting work, important work. At times, my work was seen as exceptional, but I always managed to sabotage it with my drug use. And because I was judging myself so thoroughly, so unkindly, I thought that everyone else could see me, and they were also judging me. The only way I could find any comfort or relief was to get high. One day, I was talking to a Buddhist monk at a Zen center. I was telling him how awful I was, what an awful person I was, how I felt about myself. He said that he believed that I was perfect and had never made a mistake. I was stunned. I couldn't believe anybody could say something like that. 10 minutes later, I walked into the center's bookstore, and the first book I saw was by Buddhist teacher Sherry Huber, entitled, "There's Nothing Wrong with You." My God, wow. I didn't know what to do with those 2 huge ideas. But for the first time, I started thinking that maybe I could stop using drugs. It was a while before I understood that, in essence, the monk was saying, improve. He was saying that life is school. Pay attention, and your grades will improve. One morning, a short time later, I woke up with the clear realization that my suffering was self-inflicted. Then I read the wonderful Pema Chodron, who said, "We humans suffer from a fundamental and crippling ignorance." I got into 12-step recovery from drugs and alcohol in 1986. As a part of the recovery process, I had to write a personal inventory and select a sponsor to talk to about what I had written. The day that I read my writings to my sponsor, I literally felt as if I had lost a ton of weight. I was lighter than air. Since then, I've spent most of my time program consulting, training program staff, and teaching addicts in treatment and their families about wellness and recovery. In 2007, at age 78, I released my first jazz CD. And in the next 6 years, I released 3 more. All were well received. Just last year, Downbeat Jazz Magazine critics voted me #1 rising star in the male vocalist category. To say the least, it's unusual to be a rising star at age 86. I'm learning that my life is a consequence of my choices. Every day, I work at the practice of acceptance of whatever life brings. Quoting from one of my favorite passages from Gifts from A Course in Miracles, trials are but lessons that you failed to learn, presented once again. So, where you made a faulty choice before, you now can make a better one and thus escape all pain that what you chose before has brought to you. After so many years of struggle, having a true collaboration with myself requires support from others who are also seeking clarity about their lives. We wrestle with ongoing questions like, what do I want to do with my life? What is my purpose? How can I find meaning in the moment? I've never had as much fun as I do now in the classes I teach. I watch people start to find themselves and practice acceptance. As Huber wrote, it's much easier to want what you get than to get what you want. When you want what you get, you've always got what you want because you've always got what you get. Today, I am so very grateful for all that is in my life and all that has been in my life. In particular, I am grateful for Diane, my wife of 47 years, and my cat Mingus, who is always at my side. Diane's practice of loving kindness and compassion lights the pathway of my journey. The song that Here's to Life expresses that experience. I sing it every chance I get. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. For I have learned that what you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I had my share, I took my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill and do it all again. So here's to life and every joy it brings. So here's to life, to wanting dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, and here's to you. Thank you. Thank you.